Greetings everyone, and I'm finally back with even more of the Agoraphobia's adventures inside the wasteland. I know it's been quite a while since my last game session of Fallout 3. However, I had the reason to delay this let's playing, and the main reason was that I was waiting for my new laptop. It was really bugging me that my footage was mainly 10-15 frames per second, and to be honest, I was really surprised that some of you guys sticked out with me even with such a poor performance. From the very beginning I did not expect 10-15 subscribers who just really watching players walking through, especially if it is their first run. And I was really surprised at that, and as the token of my appreciation for sticking around with me for so long despite of 10-15 frames per second performance, I've decided to make a little surprise for you guys. And as you can see, I got my new laptop with a much better video card and a quad-core processor. So I can already see the difference, and you guys can see it as well, I think. And from now on I'm gonna provide you only with the finest quality, and so both of us will actually enjoy the game, not the slideshow. And now let's go directly to the game. So we still have three DLCs left in our archive, and I wouldn't say that I've enjoyed too much while playing the Operation Encourage or the Pit. I don't know if the main reason for that would be extremely low performance or what, but I simply didn't get attached to it. However, from what I heard from you guys, beginning from the Broken Steel, it becomes better. I mean, the DLCs become better in the quality, and I'll just believe you in word, and right now I have an opportunity to see it for myself. So we are almost ready to go to the Broken Steel in the Citadel. However, right now I need to stock up on the food. That would be my breakfast. Let's make some breakfast. Yeah, I think I wanna eat, all the fast spoiling stuff first. Okay, let's go back to my. Oh shit! Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm not going to live in the house for be in the house for long, so I would not place my Tesla armor back on a shelf just for the sake of saving time. Just one. Thank you. Sit back and let's eat. So, squirrel on a stick, iguana beets, stew, and noodles. Always ice cold Nuka-Cola. Ah, yeah. Now feels much better. Okay, now let's place everything back and let's prepare ourselves for journey, but this time for serious. Like, from what I remember, I need to go back to the Citadel, where the Brotherhood of Steel is, and from what I remember there, they have tons of food. So I think I'm just planning to stock up myself, you know, just enough to get in there. I think maybe like, you know, the 2 portions. So first of all, let's go with this. Just 3 waters, 1 pork, mash, and a couple cookies, cakes, whatever it is. Okay, got 3 waters, and maybe just a couple bottles of the ice cold Nuka-Cola. 2, please. Thank you. And you know, guys, I was thinking about, you know, switching the weapon, like, you know, like all this game, like, or most of it, I was running with my plasma rifle or laser rifle, you know, unique laser rifle. However, right now I'm gonna stick with them just for now, and probably once I have an opportunity I will get something other than my weapons. Okay, and now I have the possibility to show you the difference between the performance. However, right now, somehow, ow.
Thirsty partner.
Okay, it looks like it was all without any incidents. Which is good, which is good. Anyhow, let's just go. And you know, guys, like right now I have, like, you know, the solid 30 frames per second, and you know, like, for the obvious reason I made, you know, for the obvious reason I've made a test recording to adjust the settings, you know, for the greatest performance. Like, I would have even sacrificed some of the views of the distant object just to keep the frame rate solid. And you know, I got actually in quite an embarrassing situation where, like, once I was making this test recording, you know, it was an okay frame rate, like, you know, inside the Megaton and in my house, but it was, you know, quite poor in the outside like this, you know, it was like 15 frames per second, you know. It is actually quite pleasant that 15 is the minimum frame rate instead of the maximum. However, I still wanted it to get more, so I've started dropping out my what is this? Video settings, like, you know, decreasing the distance of the decreasing the distant land, decreasing the object, and you know, I actually ended up with something very similar to what I had on my old laptop, and it still was, like, you know, the same frame rate, like, you know, without any significant changes, like, you know, maybe just ow, like this, like you saw it before. However, from what I have found, it was because I had like 4 times anti-aliasing and 8 times anisotropic filters. That was so embarrassing, guys, and I mean literally, like, you know, I'm not paying that much attention to the anti-aliasing and all that shit, but I am paying attention to the 20 frames per second difference, you know. And well, I kinda see, like, you know, these lines in the back, and kinda get all crippled and all that. But seriously, I don't care about such a shit. Oh, and also, guys, actually have one question. Wait, before. Okay, someone does attack you. Let me see my map really quickly so I can. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I need to go all the way back again. Right. Well, let's do this anyways. What I was saying before, I would really appreciate you guys if you can tell me where I can find the good weapon dealer. Like, I sold my stuff, you know, in back to Moira and in the Rivet City. However, most of them had only, like, you know, some ammo and all that, and, like, you know, this guy in the Rivet City had like Fat Man, but its mini nukes are quite expensive themselves, if you know what I mean. So just, you know, if you guys, I would really appreciate you guys if you can tell me where I can find the good weapon dealer. And if it is not the place I know already, please, like, don't tell me directly, like, where it is. Like, give me some of the direction, like, say east from that place, or go northwest there, you know. Oh, and thankfully I don't have any enemy encounter. Like, right now, what I have tested from, I don't have any troubles, like, you know, with dealing with them, like, you know, without VATS. Like, you know, what I was trying to say, if you remember my last encounters, I was using VATS only, and the main reason for that was that I basically could not do otherwise. Like, I wanted to hit them, and, you know, right now I can do this just in real time, not in VATS. I mean, only. And also, guys, since you told me that, you know, overlords and what was this, like an updated version of the Hellfire Troopers, were they, like, you know, updated version of the Enclave soldiers, like, from now on I am going to pick their loot, armor and weapon. Oh, seriously? You don't do anything to me now. For the most part. Okay, maybe, like, you know, right now I'm using VATS just for the funsies, not as the matter of the necessity. No. Okay, maybe I have something. Oh, I forgot. I have these babies. Oh, shit. But at least I know how to deal with them. Okay. Ah, you've got to be fucking kidding me! Right, while I was talking all that, I absolutely forgot to quick save, and you know, I'm seriously not going to do this all over again, so once I'll be there, guys, I'll see you there. Okay guys, I'm back, but this time I'm gonna make sure that I save often enough. And these guys are quite resilient. Let's see how are you... Are you fucking kidding me? It did that much damage? Okay. At least I crippled him fairly enough. Okay, was it seriously just me, or the ball cap mine did almost nothing but blew a shit out of me? Sorry guys, my throat, I know. Oh, come on! Okay, now let's... My goodness! Now let's use VATS. Okay, from what I can tell, this is just ridiculous, you know. I don't see any reason why they should be so strong, you know. Like, I could understand to make the life harder, but do it with tons of life, it's not an excuse, you know. Anyhow, let's continue and let's hope we won't encounter these guys anytime soon. Well, thankfully at least I have some means to deal with them. Maybe you can something to trade?
What do you need?
Sale.
Everything.
Yeah, lunchbox. Nah, I think I have more than enough of that.
A pleasure.
Yeah. So I think from now on I'm gonna collect myself again with the ingredients of the bulk cap mine. And by the way, guys, if you wanted to know like what are my current settings, it is all on high, like, you know, without this anti-aliasing and filters. It is all on, you know, default high settings. Boom, bitch! That's what I'm talking about. A critical hit.